Bro, give him a fucking Medal of Honor. Yeah.
Oh,
Just give him a reward. He doesn't get the money. He lost already.
Purple Heart.
Give him ramen for the rest of his time.
Yeah, bro. Fill up his commissary with some top ramen. Yeah.
You're gonna think this story is awesome, but that's not the correct feeling. Okay, be mad at this guy. As much as you want to dap him up, don't do it.
Now I just want to dap him up even
So
more.
there's a guy
Angrily.
in Georgia. He's in jail, right?
Okay.
Somehow manages to pull an $11 million heist from prison
That's pretty cool.
using nothing more than a smuggled phone.
That's pretty cool.
$11 million.
A heist, you said.
Smuggled through.
Who did he heist from?
He heisted
Hoisted.
from billionaire Sidney Kimmel,
Okay.
who was responsible for funding a lot of different projects such as Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
From jail?
Yeah.
He's a Hollywood tycoon. He got into his bank account, and I guess he stole his identity at some point prior to going to jail. And I don't know how he even did this, but he managed to convince the Charles Schwab Bank that he was that guy.
With his paid phone calls from the fucking jail?
Dude, what a G.
Stolen driver's license and a utility bill that was like taken. So he managed to do that and moved 11 million out of his bank account, used those and he cleaned them up by buying gold coins with all of that money. Takes the gold coins and then converts some of those into other cash and then buys a house. Buys the commissary?
Yeah, he buys it out.
So he just has 11 million in credit for the jail?
Hey, yo, your boy get top ramen every day. Because that's living, dude. You buy cigarettes, you can trade with people, you're fucking living.
Dude, that's so crazy. That would be like, it's so good and then it's just bad again.
He buys one house.
Just to be the top G in cell block A.
He buys one house and he has 10 mil in the commissary. Ooh.
Dude, isn't that crazy that he did that? 11 million, bro.
He shouldn't get all of it, but he should get a little bit for the credit. That was impressive.
He should get a little bit. So here's a good question for you. Yeah. So what they couldn't figure out is after he bought that house with that stolen money, authorities trying to figure out what to do with it because he bought it, and what happens then? Do they give the house back to the guy, and the money goes back? Like
I would think they freeze. They would put some type of judgment on that house. There's been a couple of situations where like people owe for like fraud, back taxes, or something like that. The U.S. government will like put a piece of paperwork on that property saying this is like owed. So it's almost like freezing the entire asset.
But that's like when it's clear that the house now belongs to the government.
Correct.
But in this situation, it's like that money came from this other billionaire. So it's like, hey, billionaire dude, you kind of have like a new house now that was just paid in gold, right? It's like, you still want it?
Yeah, what's the deal?
Or do you want the commissary?
Do you want top ramen?
Ramen for life.
The house is under the guy that was in jail, right? That did the heist. No?
What's that?
Technically, probably. Oh no, if it's identity theft. Oh no, just to pull the money. So he probably put the name.
Did he put the name in his actual, or the house in his actual name, or in the?
See, if that is, then they can't be like, hey, you got a new house, because it's not under.
Then maybe it's just insurance that the billionaire gets back or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, because in both articles I read, they were trying to work out what exactly happens to the home.
I would think the U.S. government would put some type of like lien against the house, stating like, there's a case on this.
Does anything happen to you if you were the agent in that sale and it went to a guy fraudulently?
I think if you knew about it, yeah, definitely, for sure. Like if I knew this guy was like he pulled this money from something that was illegal, then what is that called? Like coercion or?
Oh yeah. Probably something like that.
Yeah. But if you honestly have no idea and they can't prove that you knew it, then
then you get to keep the commission, right?
Of course.
Double jeopardy.
Gold coins, baby.
It's already spent.
So if
that's the expert.
If a person stole money, bought a house from you.
Yeah.
Turns out all that money stolen, so they take it all back. But the commission you don't have to give it back. It's just your money.
Yeah, if you didn't know about it, I would think. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you get to keep it for sure.
Yeah. But if you
I think you get to keep the
knew,
house.
then they would probably. I think it'd probably be worse. They'd probably prosecute you.
Yeah, you'd
for,
probably get in
like,
trouble, right.
That's gonna be way worse.
Then
than
you'd be an
commission.
accessory because you're part of the operation.
Exactly.
So he did have 2 people on the outside that were a part of the operation that were moving things for him. And it was like so in that case there's 3 defendants. So it's him and then 2 other people that were doing that. And
That's kind of genius.
Wait, wouldn't that be a little fishy? Because he's got to sign paperwork to buy that house. To be like, yeah, I'm in jail right now. Just send the paperwork over. I'll notarize it. Like that would be
Yeah.
a little bit odd.
Did he buy it under his name, or was it a fake identity and they're trying to see if...
it might have been under the names of the other 2 accomplices. They don't know for sure. It doesn't say for sure whose it was, but most likely it was under one of them if he can't even be there.
Is that even possible? Like, let's say you had a fake identity, fake ID, and you bought a house under that. Like, if it's not under your real name, then can they take that from you?
Well, there's like a form when you're in escrow where you have to fill out. It's like a statement of information. So like they want to identify who you are. So you got your name, birthplace, birth date, social security number. So you're gonna have to come up with
Yeah, like all fake, yeah.
exactly. So
Dang.
My man's Jason Bourne though, you know what I mean?
there's gonna be a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to come up with. So
It's super crazy because it looks so easy that how he was able to get that identity because he used a driver's license, a utility bill, and then used text now to call the bank and make it look like he was calling from LA. Whoa. But doesn't that seem like to move 11 million from the bank? That's all they really needed?
You said he's a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
That's still a lot of fucking money.
That's like the Chase agent on the other side looking at all the zeros and be like, you only want to move this many zeros?
All right. Yeah.
So maybe okay.
Like $20 for him.
Proportionately, it's like moving $8 from my account.
yeah.
It's like moving a couple $100 from.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a super crazy thing. He had 2 phones in his cell by the time they like caught on to all this happening.
He splurged, yo. He splurged.
Is he in
Through the butt, through the butt.
Through the butt.
That's not
But
always
he's already
how it happens.
in.
I think like in this jail alone, they said that in 1 year they confiscated like over 1,000 phones.
I've seen him like on like reels and stuff. It's like all the people in prison. Like
Yeah, you ever
making
seen prison
Instagram.
TikTok content?
yeah, dude, yeah.
Prison TikTok is my favorite kind of TikTok.
There's so many phones in jail. Man.
Yeah, bro. They're chilling.
Which is
They're going live in prison, you know? Like how they get Wi-Fi. Yeah, like what the fuck, dude?
Dude, someone smuggled a router.
In the butt.
Sick
Hey, there
fucking
are some routers
extender.
that are like tube style.
Oh, there you go.
What, can you shove it? What is it like?
Like a tube.
A tube router? They look like that?
I don't know if that's true, but
They do. They're like little towers. They're mini towers.
Oh, and then it like telescopes like a lightsaber?
It doesn't pull up. It's just about like this tall.
Expandable Wi-Fi router just to make sure you can be compact when you travel with your butt.
yeah, dude.
Dude, yeah, so this dude is like pretty badass because he's
What's he look like? I need to see this man.
come on. You really wanna see
What did
it?
he go to jail for?
He went in for attempted robbery or something, but but then from jail, he got in trouble for ordering hits on people from jail.
This reminds me of that movie with Gerard Butler. Remember? When
Did he
was in
kill
jail?
somebody with a T-bone steak?
P.S. I love you.
No, this is law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, that one. That shit is good
It's
too.
called The Bounty Hunter, actually.
Oh, Time Traveler's Wife. It's exactly like that.
Good movie, good movie.
Yeah, he did order a hit on his ex or something from jail using one of his phones. Because once they were investigating his phones. Finally, thanks guards, they found like all of his past like operations that he was running, and they were like, dude, you try to kill someone.
Dude,
That's
think,
wild.
imagine the respect that the people working for him must have had in order for them to risk just doing this for him while he's in jail. They probably respected the shit out of him or something, right?
The dude is good. He gets results. Look at that.
He's a good guy,
He
dude.
probably has charisma or something to
He has good
get all
feng
these
shui.
people to listen to him in jail. Good feng shui.
He's got 11 million. He's probably like, here's one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I got this plan. It's gonna work.
No, but they gotta believe him for them to even.
I bet sometimes you don't need to get certain people to believe you to do stuff like that. They'll just do it. If you're good enough a salesman of being like, yo, I got a gig and you'll get paid.
That's how they described him.
So he was a good salesman.
They described him as a guy that could con you out of millions.
He conned the fucking Charles Schwab, you know?
And they, oh, by the way, Charles Schwab, they also fully reimbursed Kimmel the full amount.
That's tight.
See, there's
Because that's their
that
fault,
insurance
right?
right
It's
there.
pretty much
you know?
their fault
Yeah,
that
it's
they
their-
even.
Well, they didn't want to lose the $1 billion that they had with him, right?
Yeah, dude, you
Like,
don't want to lose
yeah,
that.
let's put this back, guys.
Yeah.
So they were saying the house was left vacant after the whole thing blew up, and then they said it's not been maintained and is rapidly deteriorating. So they're saying the judge might approve a motion where a real estate agent will be authorized to market and sell the house, but the valuation's gone down since he bought it because he hasn't been living in it.
Would you sell a house that went through all that type of stuff?
Yeah, I would sell it. We had one in Arcadia that happened.
Oh,
And like the
like
guy
a fraud
owed,
house.
and the guy owed the government, like, I don't know if it was tax evasion or whatnot, but like it was like U.S. I wasn't Supreme Court, but it was like one of the court systems. Like you saw the paperwork. This guy owes X amount of money. So like,
Was it a big case? Because we know about that one big one.
this was like a while back ago. I don't know how. I forgot how much it was, but yeah, government gets their money first after the sale, and then whatever's left over, if he doesn't owe anything else, then I guess they gotta keep it.
Damn. All right, so since Nick wants to see,
This is the dude.
that's the dude, and then that's Kimmel over here.
Bro, give him a fucking Medal of Honor. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Just give him a reward. He doesn't get the money. He lost already.
Purple Heart.
Give
Give
him
him
a
ramen for the rest of his time.
Yeah, bro. Fill up his commissary with some top ramen. Yeah. That's
I
a
really like your concept of stealing all that money and just depositing it in your commissary account.
live at large. Why
That's so funny.
live out the rest of your sentence. You know.
Yeah, how
Let's
long
stay
is
low.
he in prison for? Or before?
I think it's being extended, but then I don't know what the initial thing was, but
He looks like a nice dude.
I know a guy that looks just like him, and he's actually a real
I feel
estate
like I know
agent.
50.
it's one of those things where like if this guy's cleverness was just like pointed in a different direction.
I think he can still pivot, bro. I have faith. I think this guy could turn his life around.
Nick's inspired.
Wait, did it say how he got
He gonna
locked
get
up?
baptized.
It doesn't. It doesn't say eventually what was the trigger to like find out all this stuff was going on.
Maybe because it's.
It might have been the house sale, I think.
Oh yeah, the house sale or like
See?
a large amount of money being moved. It's like, hey, let's investigate this.
See, if he fucking laid low,
Yeah,
did
dude,
my
and-
plan.
Can you lay any lower than
For
being
life.
in jail?
Yeah.